What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Sunny Side of Vaping. It is Sunday, doing another review. Good day. Cowboys crushed the Redskins. Packers beat the Lions, so Lions are going to come to Dallas next week for the wild card. So we'll see how that goes. New season, basically, as I like to think the playoffs as a whole new season, so you just never know what's going to happen. See how it goes. I like our chances, but we'll see how it goes. Couple quick shout outs I want to give before I start the review. First one is for Travis. Travis was the winner of our 12 Days of Vape Must giveaway. Congratulations, man. You're going to love everything that comes in there. It was a huge prize package, like over $1,000 worth of stuff. So big shout out to him. Another shout out I want to do is Tim. Tim over at 715 Vapor Company. He is the owner of that shop down at Stevens Point, Wisconsin. He saw my, he watched my review on my IPv3. And he noticed a couple things that I left out or I missaid or something like that. He contacted me, told me about them, was nice about it, wasn't all mean about it or anything like that. Just told me what was going on. Hey, you missed this or you said this wrong. I took that. I went back to the video, made some adjustments on some notes on the video, and it worked out. I want to thank him for that, because without constructive criticism, guys, I don't know what I'm doing right or wrong or anything like that. I'm just a reviewer. I'm just basically bringing you guys products that we get into the shop. Yes, I've been vaping for a while. Yes, I own a shop, but I do not know everything about vaping. Impossible. As much stuff that comes out on a daily basis, holy moly, it's impossible to keep up. So if you ever see anything that I missed in a review or forgot to say or I missaid or something, let me know, man. Email me in the comments, hit me up, Facebook message me, do something. Let me know. Constructive criticism is always good. So thanks, Tim. Gotta get down to see your shop one day, but thanks again. Today we are reviewing the Subtank, Kanger's basically answer to the Aspire Atlantis. Right now I have the Rebuildable section on here. It's what I have in here, so we're gonna start the basic review on this. I'll then go up and show you guys how to change everything, fill up the other tank, fill up the tank with the pre-built coil in there, and then vape that and talk about that. And then at the end of the video, I'll show you everything it comes with and, a little breakdown. I don't want to spend a whole up-close breakdown kind of period. I just want to talk about it, my experience with it, and what I think, if it's good for you guys or not. So the rebuildable aspect. This portion right here is one of the reasons why I think that the Kanger is outdoing the Atlantis, in my opinion. Let's take a rip. So I've had a lot of people, in different forums, I've been, hearing people say, what do you guys think over the Subtank, over the Atlantis? And my opinion on it is that it is the better buy. Why is it the better buy? For one reason, really one reason only. It gives you the option to be able to rebuild on a rebuildable platform. The Atlantis does not do that. So not only do you get a 0.5 coil in there, a sub-ohm coil already, so if you don't want to worry about rebuilding, you don't have to. You also get a 1.2 coil, so you can pretty much put it on almost any device, and then you get the option to rebuild. You get a rebuildable atomizer part, so that's basically 3 in 1, if you kind of look at it that way. The Atlantis gives you one option, 0.5 coil. That's all you get. Now listen. I've seen a lot of people say, oh, rebuildable, just rebuild the Atlantis. It's a great rebuildable, blah, blah, blah. The Atlantis is not a rebuildable tank. It is not an RBA. It is not nowhere near that. It is a clearomizer with pre-built coils. Yes, you can rebuild it, but it is not meant to be rebuilt. If you're going to call the Atlantis an RBA, you might as well call Pro Tanks, Mini Pro Tanks, Pro Tank 2s, Pro Tank 3s, Nautilus. You might as well call all those RBAs, because you could rebuild all of them if you wanted to, but they're not meant for that. This one gives you an actual RBA section to rebuild. Basically a K-Fun platform that you can rebuild. comes with a shitty build, which looks like this. But all you gotta do is rip that bad boy out, put yourself a nice 0.8 to between a 0.8 and like 1.2 coil on there, single coil, and you're golden. You know, you have that option to rebuild. So if you're on the fence about moving up to rebuildables, and you've heard about the Atlantis, and you go into a shop and you see the Atlantis and the Subtank there, and you're like, I don't really want to get into rebuildables, but you know, maybe I'll get into rebuildables down the line or something like that. If you can get past the girth of it, I guess I could say, the 25mm size of it, the fact that it's not going to look flush on a lot of devices, if you could get past that, this is what you want to buy. Because you could just throw the 0.5 coil in there, go with that, have a great vape, or you could start learning how to build. Learn how to build, get into building, get into that aspect of vaping where everyone's talking about how they build different coils and this or that. You have that platform, and the price difference is really like, the price difference at our shop is like $8. So this tank gives you just so many more options to, you get better bang for your buck, people. You get a better bang for your buck is what the way I like to say it. Not saying the Atlantis is bad, because I did a review on the Atlantis and I really enjoy it. I'm just saying, if you have the option and you're looking at the two, this is the one I'd pick up. Let's take a toke. So yeah, guys, this I have this built at a 0.8 right now, 19 watts, about 4.1 volts or so. It's great, man. The flavor's there. The vapor production that you could expect from a tank is there. I don't crank it all the way up. I like that nice, flavorful vape. Nice longer drag. Still puts out good flavor. Good vapor. I haven't used the wide open aspect yet. I use the two hole one, just because that's the one I like. That's the vape that I like there. The 3 holes is just a little too airy for me. I don't like it. But the rebuildable section is just, it's awesome. You know what I mean? I've been using it for about 2 weeks. The first week I vaped pretty much nothing but the 0.5 OCC coil that it comes with. Great vape. We'll talk about that in a little while. Then I switched it to this RBA, put a little K-Fun build in there is what I like to call it. And I haven't stopped using it, guys. I have not stopped using it. It has always had juice in it. I always use it. It's basically one I take everywhere right now. So that says a lot. I mean, that says a lot, people. I mean, that says a lot about this tank. Kanger has really done something good with this tank. What we're going to do, we are going to clean this out. I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you up close how to change to the stock coil, because you got to take off the tops, a couple screws and stuff, so it's not something you can do real fast and easy. But I'll show you that, put the other coil in here, and then we'll talk about vape on that coil and talk about that coil and how it compares to the Atlantis coil, because you can't really compare this section to the Atlantis because this is a rebuildable, so you can build anything you want in here. But the other one you can, because they're both 0.5. So let's take a toke, and then we're going to head down and do that, and then we'll be back and vape some more. Alright guys, so quick change of plans here. I'm just going to show you quickly what it all comes with, and then we'll get into switching it out. So obviously you're going to have your tank. Your tank is going to have the pre-built 0.5 coil in there. It's going to come with this coil in there. The rebuildable section is going to be out by itself. So you're going to have that. It also comes with a 1.2 coil. And it's going to come with your rebuildable stuff. So your RBA is going to be in here. You got some Japanese cotton. A couple of coils that are built. Extra screws, screwdriver. Comes with this little guy, which basically makes it to where it becomes 22 millimeters at the base. So that'll screw right onto there, and then basically makes it 22 millimeters. So you can put it on your 22 millimeter devices. Still gonna look a little funny, but at least they give you the option of that. And then it comes with this piece, which will actually already be in there because this is the piece you use for your pre-built coil. So this piece and this piece will actually be reversed when you first open it up, but like I said, since I'm using the RBA section, I had to switch it out. But there you go, a quick thing of what it comes with. We are going to now take the 0.5 coil, put it back in here, and show you how all that works. So we don't need this, we don't need the 1.2 coil, don't need that, we're not going to need that. So move all that to the side. This is what we need right here. Coil, just move it to the side. This guy, move it there. Little screwdriver is what you're going to need. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to take your drip tip off, you're just going to take it all apart. The one thing I will mention is this O-ring, it happened to me once. This O-ring right in here sometimes likes to stick to right here, and I went and I took it off once and I didn't notice, and I lost the O-ring. I dropped the O-ring, and it basically, that's when I got a little bit of leaking problems. I could just feel it on the glass and stuff. It didn't leak like horribly. I was still able to use it. I could just feel it on the glass. So keep an eye on that O-ring, guys. Make sure it's there whenever you go back to put it on. Just a little pro tip of the day. Your glass could just come right off. Nice easy cleaning. And then basically you're going to take out this coil and take off the whole coil, and I'll show you my build in here real quick. So this part's going to come off. You could take off the little top chimney part, the little small chimney, and then you can take this part off. And like I said, it's like a K-Fun base, guys. Only difference, it only has 2 channels right down the middle. So there's my build for the rebuildable aspect of it. That's what I was using right now, 0.8 roughly. So we don't need that anymore, so you take that away. Take your 0.5 coil, screw it right into your base. Okay, put that to the side. Now the top of your tank has two screws. I'm going to take those 2 screws out. So you remove this part, take that part off, put it aside. You get the other part, which has a longer stem, so as you can tell, the stem is different there. Get the longer piece, the longer stem, put it up here, match up the holes. I'm going to go off camera real quick so I can match up the holes. Match up the holes, put a screw in. Put a screw in, and then screw it on down. Alright, I had some technical difficulties, but I got 1 screw in right there, and now we're putting in the 2nd screw. Get those on tight. And that's pretty much all you do, guys. You just do that, put your tank back, put your glass back on, get some juice. Today we are using Pirate's Booty from Holdfast Vapors. Fill that sucker up. With this coil in here, with the OCC coil, which stands for Organic Cotton Coil, it holds 6 milliliters of juice. With the RBA section, holds 4 mils of juice. So fill that bad boy up. Now, when you're filling up one of these, this one already has some juice on there, but if you were filling it up brand new, it is cotton, guys. So make sure, really soak that, make sure that wick gets really soaked. I always fill it up, throw some stuff in there and soak it up, put it on. And there we go. And now we are using the 0.5 organic cotton coil that the Kanger Subtank comes with. Let's back out and vape on it and tell you about this coil and how I feel it compares to the Atlantis, because that's kind of the one thing to compare it to right now. So let's back out and check it out. Alright, so there you guys have it. We just did a up close and personal and how to switch the coil from the OCC to the RBA section. I know I said I was going to do the up close and personal at the end, but I just had it there. Just thought I might show you. Things change on the fly, just how I do my videos. So that's pretty much all there is to know about up close and personal stuff. I mean, I don't have to get into real detail about it, so I feel like that should satisfy. You guys know what it's going to come with. If you wanted to know, it all comes in this nice little box, all sectioned out and everything. So if you want to know. But now we have the 0.5 coil that it comes with in there using organic cotton. That is really, really important, because if you know anything about dripping, you got to get that cotton wet really good before you start using it. So make sure to do that on here also. 6 mils of juice. That holds 3 times as much as the Atlantis. The coil is organic cotton, and I feel, if you saw my first impressions video, I feel that you just get a better quality of vape using this tank, this coil, over the Atlantis and its stock coil. Let's take a vape real quick. That's at 25 watts, 3.9 volts roughly. The one thing I have noticed about this is you don't really have to push it in watts to get that good vape. I have not had to go over 30 watts with this thing. Not once. So any 30 watt device that can read down to 0.5 is probably going to be sufficient for it. Because I've gone maybe to 28, maybe just to test it out. But it definitely works really well. The flavor definitely beats the Atlantis. I just feel you get a, like I said, a better quality of a vape, not as airy as the Atlantis. Aesthetics, it looks good. It looks clean and stuff like that. I think it looks better than the Atlantis. Again, I am not trying to say the Atlantis is a bad buy, and if you already bought the Atlantis, then you should hate yourself. No, not at all. The Atlantis is a good buy. But now, having the two as an option, this one or this one, I'd go with this one. That's just me, though. What else can I say about it, guys? It's just gives you a good vape. I was using this coil for about a week, then I stopped using it for about a week, replaced it, and now it's still rocking, dude. And don't forget, you get a 1.2 coil also, so you could throw this on here, take your 150 watt box mod or something, crank that up a little bit more power, and probably still get a good vape. I have not used that one, so I'm not going to say much about it, but this one's good. The RBA section's good. I have to imagine that one's good. So, there you go. And the reason I say to really prime this one, because when I first filled it up, I was using Illuminati by Subliminal, or Subliminal by Propaganda is what I was using. And sometimes it seemed like the wick couldn't keep up wicking, so I got kind of a drier hit, not a burnt hit, not a super dry hit, but you could definitely taste that it was getting a little dry. So I had to prime it a couple times. But since then, since I switched juice and put this other juice in, and they're both higher in VG juices, I haven't had an issue. So I don't know if maybe that I didn't get the coil saturated enough the first time or what, but that's definitely something to look out for. So with that being said, overall thoughts, yeah, dude, this is definitely a good buy. Definitely a good buy. You just get so much more out of it. The coil, the 0.5 coil matched up to the 0.5 coil of Atlantis is definitely in favor of the Subtank. I think you get better vape, better flavor, and a better hit than the Atlantis. The fact that you have the rebuildable aspect of it, another plus. The fact that it holds 6 mils, another plus. The rebuildable aspect holds 4 mils, still a plus, still twice as much as the Atlantis. Though I do hear they have an option for the Atlantis to get a bigger tank. I haven't seen it, so I'll have to check it out. But still, this is all in one. You get it, you buy it, this is what you get. So let's take a quick rip. It's just so much better of a vape. Like, it just fills up my lungs. You just feel it like getting you that good vape. It's just good, guys. It is just good. So all in all, I think Kanger really did good with this tank. I think they really upped their game. A lot of people have been complaining about Kanger and, you know, leaking issues on some of their EVODs and stuff like that. Some of the coils not lasting and stuff like that. But I think they really upped their game with this one, and they really brought competition to the Atlantis and Aspire. So hopefully Aspire will answer and come out with something that's as good or something like that. But we'll have to wait and see. I think we're going to start seeing more of these sub-ohm clearimizers on the market. Kanger did it right by giving you the sub-ohm clearimizer plus a rebuildable section, which is awesome. And the fact that it's just, you know, it's just a better vape, guys. That's, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's just a better vape. If you have the Atlantis, don't be mad at yourself. The Atlantis is still a good tank. I still use it regularly. But if you're looking to purchase one or the other, the Atlantis or the Subtank, in my personal opinion, and kind of what I tell some customers, depending on what they're looking for, is the Subtank is the winner. If you could get over the 25mm size, it is the winner. So with that, let's take one last vape. And you guys be safe, vape safe, and have a good night and a good day whenever time you're watching this. And got some more reviews on deck, so we'll come back, see what Aspire has to answer this. And I hear Joytech, is it Joytech? I hear Joytech has a similar tank as well, so maybe I'll get my hands on one of those and try it out. But until next time, you guys be safe.